night turn possibly the worst date ever. A video showing two people sharing a private moment, embracing at a Coldplay concert, now taking over the internet.
Look at these two. All right, come on, you're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or... How we're going to do that is we're going to use our cameras and put some of you on the big screen.
A kiss cam is supposed to spark laughter. For Kirsten Cabott, it sparked divorce papers. The Coldplay crowd cheered. Online, millions laughed. But behind the smiles, her marriage collapsed. NBC News now confirms Cabot filed for divorce just weeks after that viral concert moment. And the timing raises the question, was that kiss cam clip the breaking point or just the final straw? The timeline is clearer than ever.
Astronomer says it's launching an investigation into the alleged relationship, saying, quote, our leaders are expected to set the standard in both.
On July 16th, Coldplay's tour stop in Massachusetts became the stage for an unexpected scandal. Cameras locked onto Kirsten Cabott and Andy Byron, the then CEO of Astronomer, a powerful tech firm. At first, it looked like lighthearted fun. Byron had his arms wrapped around Cabot, both smiling in the crowd. But when their faces flashed across the arena's giant screen, everything shifted. Byron ducked out of frame almost instantly. Cabot covered her face, looking mortified. Chris Martin's voice cut through the speakers, poking fun at the couple as the crowd roared. What should have been a fleeting moment of comedy instead became a viral firestorm.
Being caught made them run and made it so much more worse. But with that being said, though, I do think it is a very tragic situation. My heart goes out to the wife.
Within 24 hours, the internet had branded it the Coldplay Kisscam scandal. Clips ricocheted across TikTok, Reddit, and X, formerly Twitter. Commentators latched onto the awkward body language, the sudden evasiveness, the sheer irony of a CEO being caught in such a vulnerable position. Memes popped up comparing Byron's ducking maneuver to everything from a Secret Service agent dodging a camera flash to a sitcom, Dad sneaking out of the house. But the laughter came with consequences. By July 20th, Astronomer announced it had launched a formal investigation. Fans online claimed employees were whispering about HR violations and blurred lines between Byron's personal and professional relationships.
He's having an affair, ma'am.
The boy.
And this is Jopamine on Twitter says this is how you should go to concerts if you've called in sick or you're cheating on your...
Reports suggested pressure from both investors and employees forced Byron to resign. Days later, Kirsten Cabott, then serving in a senior HR role herself, made her own quiet exit from the company. Industry insiders speculated the fallout wasn't just about embarrassment, but about credibility and workplace ethics. Fast forward less than a month, and the paper trail tells the rest of the story. Court documents viewed by NBC News confirmed Kirsten Cabott filed a petition for divorce on August 13th in New Hampshire. The next hearing is already scheduled for November 26th. Fans online quickly connected the dots. The kiss cam wasn't just viral comedy. It was the first crack in a marriage already on shaky ground. And now, what began as a meme is spiraling into a legal, financial, and reputational collapse. The scandal's irony is undeniable. What millions laughed at for 30 seconds has turned into a saga that cost Byron his career, Cabot her position, and now a marriage once thought stable enough to withstand the spotlight.
A bunch of businesses are jumping on the trend, and I think that's been the best part of this whole saga. Terrible for them and their families, but great for the memes. Tesla tweeted.
Commentators speculated that this isn't just about one couple. It's about how modern scandals can unravel both public reputations and private lives at lightning speed. And if this is just the beginning, the cultural fallout could reach even further than anyone expected. The internet didn't just laugh at the Coldplay Kisscam clip, it dissected it. Within hours, hashtags like hashtag Coldplay Karen and hashtag Duck and Cover CEO trended across TikTok and X. Fans online claimed that Byron's dramatic duck out of frame was the fastest exit since Houdini. Others froze screenshots of Kirsten Cabott's hand shielding her face, adding captions like, "The face you make when HR emails HR." It wasn't just a joke, it became a digital scavenger hunt. Commenters zoomed in on jewelry, speculated about body language, and compared the awkward moment to past viral kiss cam disasters at NBA games. Every frame became evidence in what fans treated like a live investigation. But what started as meme fodder quickly took on a darker tone.
Xi Jinping cuddling. I think that's actually the scene when he was raving about that cover band he went to see. When he was in.
Commentators speculated that the pair's embarrassment wasn't about the cameras, but about who might be watching at home. One viral Reddit thread asked, "Why did Andy duck if this was innocent?" Another fan posted a side-by-side with footage from a Boston Celtics kiss cam moment gone wrong, noting how fast online ridicule can destroy reputations. By the end of the week, TikTok creators had stitched the Coldplay clip with skits imagining Byron trying to explain himself to colleagues, investors, or his own family. The memes were ruthless, but they worked, driving millions of views and cementing the scandal as more than just a throwaway concert blooper. Inside Astronomer, reports suggested the tension was unbearable. Employees allegedly whispered about the clip in Slack channels, trading memes faster than management could contain them. Fans online claimed anonymous posts from supposed insiders hinted at embarrassment inside HQ. For a tech firm built on credibility and leadership stability, the optics were devastating. Even if no official rule had been broken, perception was reality, and that perception was out of control. Word is, investors started pressing for answers, fearing that viral ridicule could ripple into lost partnerships or boardroom instability. And while the company scrambled, the cultural reaction expanded.
I'd like to say hello to some of you in the crowd.
Commentators on YouTube compared the Byron Cabot fiasco to past corporate scandals like the infamous WeWork implosion, arguing that in today's climate, even something as small as a kiss cam can snowball into a corporate liability. Others pointed to the irony. Coldplay's gentle ballads were supposed to create a moment of unity, not trigger resignations, memes, and now divorce proceedings. The more people laughed, the higher the stakes became. By the time Astronomer announced Byron's resignation, the public had already written the script. A powerful CEO caught in a compromising light, undone not by courtroom revelations, but by a 30-second arena camera pan. Fans online claimed this was proof of a new cultural rule. One viral moment can topple careers faster than any shareholder revolt. And as Cabot herself stepped away from her HR position, speculation intensified. If a kiss cam could cost two people their jobs, what might it do to their personal lives? The answer was coming faster than anyone imagined. When Astronomer confirmed Andy Byron's resignation, it wasn't framed as scandal. It was framed as professionalism. The company issued a carefully worded statement about leadership transitions and strategic focus, but fans online weren't buying it. Reports suggested that the internal investigation had already reached conclusions days earlier, but the kiss cam clip made inaction impossible. Commentators speculated that the board didn't want to appear as if they were protecting Byron, not when every meme on TikTok was reminding the world of the footage. The timing was too perfect to be coincidence. Days later, Kirsten Cabott quietly left her own executive role. No splashy statement, no public defense, just silence. Fans online claimed that this silence spoke louder than any press release. Industry insiders pointed out the unusual symmetry. A CEO and a top HR leader stepping down within the same week, all because of a single viral concert clip. Commentators compared it to Hollywood scandals where optics alone, not proven misconduct, forced people out of powerful roles. It's the perception tax, one media critic noted. Once the internet makes you into a meme, your credibility is gone. But the biggest revelation came weeks later. Court documents viewed by NBC News confirmed that Kirsten Cabot had filed a petition for divorce on August 13th in New Hampshire. The timeline hit fans like a thunderclap, from July 16th's Coldplay concert to Byron's resignation announcement to Cabot's career exit and finally to divorce filings, all within a 4-week stretch. Commentators speculated this wasn't just coincidence, but the domino effect of humiliation, corporate panic, and private unraveling colliding at once. The divorce filing itself raised new questions. Fans online claimed it showed just how quickly the kiss cam embarrassment spilled into personal consequences. Reports suggested the next hearing was already scheduled for November 26th, setting up what could be months of discovery, financial disputes, and more headlines. Commentators pointed out that Astronomer's internal emails, if subpoenaed, might reveal more than the public ever expected. Could a 30-second kiss cam clip eventually drag a tech company's HR records into open court? Fans speculated that if it did, the internet's obsession would only intensify. Even Coldplay wasn't immune from the fallout. Clips of Chris Martin joking about the couple during the show resurfaced, with some fans questioning whether the band unintentionally poured gasoline on the fire. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. A joke from the stage may have been the final push that turned a private awkwardness into an international spectacle. Commentators speculated that the story wouldn't stop at divorce filings. If the case revealed more about the couple's workplace overlap or astronomers' handling of the fallout, it could redefine how personal scandals bleed into corporate governance. And so the story deepened. What began as memes was now documented in legal filings. The public had a villain, a victim, and an endless appetite for more. But the question lingered, if this was just the midpoint, how much worse could it get? By the time Kirsten Cabot's divorce filing became public, the scandal had evolved into something larger than a Coldplay concert clip. What fans first laughed at had now crystallized into a legal proceeding, a corporate shakeup, and a cultural talking point. Commentators speculated this wasn't just a messy breakup, it was a case study in how reputations collapse in the social media era. Fans online claimed that Byron's downfall showed a CEO could lose everything in under 30 seconds, not because of fraud or mismanagement, but because of a Kisscam gone viral. Memes became even more ruthless after the divorce news broke. One TikTok creator stitched the original Kisscam clip with courthouse B-roll captioned, "From Coldplay to courtroom in 30 days." Another viral post mocked the November 26th hearing date, joking that fans should live stream it on the Jumbotron for closure. Every joke, every stitch, every meme kept the story alive, not for hours, but for weeks. Reports suggested astronomers' former employees were watching closely, with one commentator noting that the scandal had done more brand damage than any bad quarterly earnings report could. The cultural irony only grew deeper. Commentators drew parallels to other Kisscam controversies, like the infamous 2018 NBA incident where a fan dodged his date on the big screen, sparking weeks of internet ridicule. But this wasn't just a sports meme. It had toppled a CEO, forced an HR leader to resign, and now unraveled a marriage. Media critics speculated that this was the first time a Kisscam clip had directly altered corporate governance, turning a lighthearted gimmick into a business liability. Fans online claimed it showed how blurred the line between private lives and public accountability had become. And then came the whispers about money. Reports suggested that Byron's resignation package might be scrutinized if divorce proceedings raised financial questions. Commentators speculated that shareholders could demand transparency if severance pay overlapped with the scandal timeline. Word is, even astronomers' upcoming projects might face delays as legal teams prepared for potential subpoenas. For a mid-sized tech firm, the scandal wasn't just embarrassing, it was destabilizing. Meanwhile, Kirsten Cabot's silence became its own form of drama. Fans online claimed that her lack of public comment left space for endless speculation. Was she protecting her privacy or waiting for the court case to speak louder than any statement ever could? Commentators pointed to a pattern. In the digital age, silence can sometimes be more powerful than denial. Every day she stayed quiet, the internet filled in the blanks, often in ways that kept her at the center of the story. By the fourth week, it wasn't just a divorce or a resignation. It was a cultural flashpoint compared to the way Will Smith's Oscar slap became more than a single moment. It became shorthand for a generational shift in celebrity accountability. Commentators warned that Byron and Cabot might never outrun the meme, because once a story becomes internet shorthand, it stops being personal. It becomes cultural currency, and the Kisscam had already been stamped into history. The fallout from the Coldplay Kisscam hasn't ended with a resignation and a divorce filing. It's rippling outward, touching corners of business, pop culture, and even live events themselves. Reports suggested other companies began reviewing their own executive codes of conduct, worried that something as harmless as a date night could turn into reputational fire. Commentators speculated this was the new reality. In a hyper-documented world, the camera doesn't just capture moments, it rewrites careers. For Andy Byron, the consequences are already etched in stone. A respected CEO who once helmed a rising tech company is now best remembered for ducking away from an arena Jumbotron. Fans online claimed that was his legacy moment, a clip destined to resurface in every future article about corporate meltdowns. For Kirsten Cabot, the next chapter is more complicated. The divorce proceedings, scheduled for November 26, could expose not just private tensions, but the messy overlap of professional roles, financial settlements, and public perception. Commentators speculated that even if she wins privacy in court, the internet will never let her escape that Coldplay clip. The cultural symbolism is almost too on the nose. A Kisscam designed to celebrate couples instead revealed cracks in a marriage. A concert meant to unite fans instead launched a scandal that divided a company. Commentators drew comparisons to earlier scandals like the Ashley Madison hack, where private relationships suddenly became public catastrophes. The lesson, as one YouTube analyst put it, is simple. Embarrassment is no longer private. The meme is the verdict. And in this case, that verdict cost 2 careers and a marriage. Even Coldplay found themselves woven into the narrative. Clips of Chris Martin joking, "Oh, look at these people," have been replayed millions of times. Fans online claimed the band unknowingly became narrators of a downfall. Commentators speculated this might make other artists more cautious about audience banter, proof that in today's viral climate, even a joke can snowball into headlines. The ripple effect doesn't just touch Byron and Cabot. It's now part of how corporations, celebrities, and performers think about the ever-present eye of the camera. And yet, for all the humor, memes, and internet theories, there's an undeniable human element. A family is unraveling in public. A career is over. An HR leader once responsible for others' reputations is now the subject of endless scrutiny. Fans may laugh, but industry insiders warn the Byron Cabot saga is a warning shot. In 2025, scandal isn't about what happens behind closed doors. It's about what happens when the doors swing open on the big screen, and millions never let you shut them again. So here's the final irony. A Coldplay concert was supposed to give fans a memory they'd never forget. It did, just not for the reasons anyone imagined. If a single kiss cam can unravel a company, a marriage, and 2 careers, what happens the next time Hollywood or Silicon Valley faces the glare of a viral lens? If a kiss cam can end a marriage, what could a red carpet do? Subscribe now, hit the bell, and stick with us, because the next scandal is already being filmed.